Hello all. So in continuation to what's new in 2022 release wave 1, today we are going to talk about one of the functionality that was requested to me so many times by customers. And it seems one of the very common requirement to have running balances in ledger entries because that's what a business need to kind of understand those ledgers. So while working on Business Central 2022 release wave 1, I didn't find it anywhere on the release notes, which was surprising because I think it is one of the cool features that was added in this release. Microsoft didn't highlight it anywhere, but I stumbled upon it one day while I was working on it and seemed super cool to let's talk about it. So I'm pretty sure you guys have heard about this request, or if you are a customer, you would have wanting this feature in the product so that you can see the running balances while you're scanning through the ledgers. So if you haven't also seen this, what you need to do is go to Business Central 2022 Release Wave 1. And the area where Microsoft have implemented it right now is on the bank account ledger entries. So let's move to bank account. And okay, see, okay. Bank account. And here we can see the balance, and let's navigate to the ledger entries. So when you move to the ledger entries, you will see that all the fields are more or less same as they had been in the product. But then after amount, you will see something called as running balance, which will then turn up based on a calculation that's happening as the entries are being created. So that's one very small but seems super important feature. If you remove the filter from the page, the field respects that. The field respects the current record or the bank account number on the current record and then changes the running balances based on that. So if you are on a spreadsheet or if you want huge bank account ledger entry data which you want to export out in Excel and then see the running balance, you can now do it by just available as a base product field called running balance on bank account ledger entry. Now, if you are a developer like me and are watching this video right now, you would be interested how Microsoft has done it. So let's just quickly jump over on Visual Studio and let's start analyzing how this is done. So let's go into the base app and let's search for bank account. Okay. So in the bank account ledger entry, after amount, there is, okay, seems not here. Let me search for it. Let me zoom this in for you and then search for it. Running balance. No, I don't see it. So let me see the page number for it. Search for it exactly that way. Inspect page and data. That brings out the page number as 372. So let's search for that in VS Code. Okay, it's app 372 page entries. Okay. So here we are in the bank account ledger entries. If you scroll a little bit down, what you'll see is there is a running balance, which is not a field in the table. So it's kind of being calculated at the runtime when you're opening that page. And then there is seems a separate code unit where there's a method to get bank account balance. Let's try to go there. We cannot. Let's try to find this. Okay, and then there is running balance LCY also if needed for that matter. Let's go in there. Let's close these and let's see this. So there's a new code unit, it seems, called code unit 105, calc running balance, account balance. It's a single instance code unit. Right now, it's only doing for bank account ledger entries. And if you haven't read about it, do surely spend some time on understanding how the dictionary data type works. It's a super fast way if you have to create an assorted list of records and then trying to find it out, faster than creating a temporary table for sure. So if you haven't learned about it, do read about it. It's super cool. But then there are two methods to get bank account balance and then get bank account balance LCY, which then calls a method called cal bank account, which is respecting the account number that you are in, as we saw by removing the filter. And then based on that, it clears these fields. And then based on the dictionary data item here, it does calculate all that. And then at the end, it sums up again it into this entry value, which is also, if I'm not wrong, a dictionary data item. And that adds up the running total for that particular bank account. Now, the possibilities are endless. Now you can actually, if your customer needs it, or actually if you are a developer, you can actually have a similar kind of behavior done for GL entries if a customer needs it there. It might be a little bit tough to execute it on customers and vendor ledger entries because the the amount there is actually derived from detailed customer and detailed vendor ledger entries. But yes, as Microsoft have already implemented it on bank ledger entries, it gives you that framework which you need to apply on other parts of the business. One more thing before we are done with that, which is super important because it's a code that's being executed at the runtime. It's on the page. And it may degrade the performance if you haven't executed it the way it should be using something called as set load field. So if you implement this functionality without set load field, I'm hoping it will slow down the whole process. So keep that in mind when you're trying to extend this in other areas of Business Central. So what are the three things as a developer you need to keep in mind is the set load field, the dictionary data type, and review the framework or the design that Microsoft have in the code and utilize or kind of create a copy of that similar environment into a custom range and do test it for the performance. Let me know if you would like me to talk about dictionary data item or specifically set load fields and how that all works. I'll be happy to talk about it. So do let me know in the comments if you would like me to talk about both of those technical areas. But I'm super happy to kind of finding out this feature, uh, which I didn't find anywhere in the release note, but I was super happy when I look at it. So kudos to Microsoft. Thumbs up, guys. And that's all for today. So I'll see you in the next video with one another feature in what's new in 2022 release wave 1. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel so that you keep on getting notified about these new videos that I'm planning in coming days and months. See you next time. Till then, have a great day.